Dom, 3 women, 1 legacy. Once united by faith and family, now divided by silence, distance, and something far more complicated. Christine, Janelle, and Meri Brown, each once the heart of sister wives, now reveal what really remains after Kody Brown's kingdom fell apart. But what if the real story isn't about who left, but how they learned to live without each other? Because while Christine found freedom, Janelle found distance, and Meri found peace.
Of having
the price they paid will shock you.
I remember growing up, you
Part
were the
1.
coolest polygamist I knew.
Before the cameras,
right?
before the fame, there was trust. Christine and Janelle, 2 women bonded not by blood, but by resilience. They raised 12 children under one roof, cooked the same meals, and found laughter in the chaos of plural marriage. Christine: we did everything together. Janelle was my person. Split screen timeline 2009, 2015, the Strength era. Family trips, holidays, and behind-the-scenes sister wives footage. But inside that strength, tiny cracks were already forming, invisible yet fatal. When Christine left Kody Brown in 2021, she thought freedom would mean peace, but freedom came with distance, even from Janelle. The 2 women who once shared a kitchen suddenly found themselves in different states, living different lives. We text, but it's not the same anymore. Christine 2024 interview snippet. Janelle posting from Flagstaff. Christine filming in Utah with David Woolley. But behind Christine's smile, there was an untold truth she'd been hiding for years. For months, fans speculated, had Janelle quietly sided with Kody, or had Christine simply outgrown the world they once shared? Something changed after Christine's wedding. Janelle looked distant. Christine recently admitted in an emotional live stream that the 2 no longer do everything together, that their paths have separated. Christine's real-life quote, "We'll always love each other, but our lives aren't the same anymore, and that's okay." Okay, but was it really? Because just days later, fans noticed something shocking and Nell stopped liking Christine's posts. In late 2025, sources close to the Brown family revealed a rift not over men, but over money and boundaries. Christine's new marriage brought new priorities. Janelle, still tied to family finances, felt left behind. Christine said she wanted peace, but peace meant leaving Janelle out. The sisterhood that once held them together became the very thing that tore them apart. Christine's independence wasn't the end of sister wives. It was the end of their sisterhood. And when Janelle skipped Christine's anniversary, Post fans declared, "The friendship is officially over." Social media exploded. Hashtags like #justice for Janelle and #Christine changed trended overnight. They were the real love story. I can't believe this is happening. Christine found happiness, but at what cost? Meanwhile, Christine stayed quiet, posting happy clips with David, while Janelle's silence spoke volumes. Maybe this was inevitable. Sometimes the strongest bonds don't break, they fade. But in one final interview moment, Christine dropped a line that made every fan gasp. Christine: "You can love someone deeply and still know your story with them is over." Christine and Janelle may never return to what they once had, but perhaps, in their distance, they've finally found their peace. From sister wives to solo survivors, their journeys tell us something about every woman who's ever had to walk away, not from love, but from pain. Sometimes healing means letting go, even when it hurts the most. Do you think Christine and Janelle can ever rebuild their bond? Comment below. Part 2. It all began in 1990. A young Meri barber met Kody Brown, a charismatic man with a vision of faith and family. They were each other's first. Their connection set the foundation for the entire Brown family empire. "We believed we could build a kingdom together." Meri. Early interview quote, 1990. The marriage begins, 1993. Janelle joins 2010 TLC launches Sister Wives. But as the family grew, so did the distance, and for Meri, love slowly turned into loneliness. 2015 was the turning point, the moment that shattered everything she believed in. A friendship turned online romance spiraled into a catfish nightmare. Meri thought she was finding comfort, but instead, she found humiliation in front of millions. "I was broken. I was so alone." Meri Brown. Kody retreated emotionally. Robin became his primary focus, and Meri faded into the background of her own story. But what no one expected was how this scandal would eventually set her free. By 2020, Meri and Kody weren't husband and wife. They were strangers sharing a camera frame. Kody openly admitted he no longer felt romantic love for Meri. The words were final, cold, public. "There's nothing there." Kody Brown. She had two choices: fight for a ghost or reclaim her voice. And that's when the Meri Brown the world knows today was born. Fast forward to 2025. Meri Brown sits in front of the camera, her voice steady, her words unexpected. "Kody and I are friendly and kind to each other. We don't talk often, but there's no bitterness." After years of pain, she's preaching forgiveness, and fans can't decide if it's healing or hiding. Behind the surface of kindness, insiders say a private agreement exists: mutual respect, yes, but also mutual distance. They speak only through mediators when it concerns family business. So is friendly and kind a truce or a performance for peace? The Sister Wives fandom erupted overnight. She's finally free. This is the high road we all dream of. Or maybe she's still protecting him. Why? Some see it as Meri's greatest moment of growth. Others call it emotional denial, the final chapter of a story she can't rewrite. But one thing's clear: the woman once defined by her marriage has become the author of her own story. And when fans thought the story was over, Meri dropped a cryptic post that sent the internet spiraling. "When you let go of anger, you make room for peace." Was it about Kody or herself? Meri Brown's journey is no longer about romance. It's about recovery. She transformed her B&B in Utah into a symbol of independence, her social media into a platform of healing, and her voice into a message of empowerment for every woman who's ever been left behind. From the ashes of a plural marriage came a single truth sometimes: kindness is the loudest form of freedom. Do you believe Meri and Kody's peace is real, or is it just for the cameras? Drop your thoughts below. Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. Before the cameras and chaos, there was sisterhood. Christine and Janelle, raising kids side by side, cooking in one kitchen, dreaming of the same eternal family. By the early 2000s, their shared life in Lehi, Utah, became a quiet revolution: one household, multiple mothers, and one man determined to lead them all. We're a big family, and it works because we choose to love each other. Christine, Season 1, 2010. Meri, the first wife, stood as Kody's foundation. Janelle was the steady voice of reason, Christine, the nurturer and heart. But love shared is rarely love equal, and the cracks began where no one could see. By 2015, betrayal and exhaustion hovered over the family. The legal shift that made Kody divorce Meri to marry Robin for the kids' protection planted seeds that never healed. Under Utah law, plural marriage was still a felony. Then Kody's move to legally protect Robin's children by adopting them triggered quiet resentment. Meri's catfish scandal hit months later, and the family's emotional scaffolding began to crumble. That was the moment the Brown family died. The rest was just the funeral spread over years. But the real shock came when Christine, the eternal optimist, finally said the word no one dared to utter: enough. 2021. Christine Brown walked away. Cameras captured her loading boxes, saying goodbye, not just to Kody, but to the sisterhood itself. I just needed to choose happiness. I couldn't pretend anymore. Christine Brown. For Janelle, it wasn't betrayal, it was confusion. The woman she'd shared every meal with suddenly had a new life, new love, and new silence. Christine said recently, "We don't do everything together anymore." Her voice steady, her eyes distant. Was it time, distance, or a secret disagreement that ended their legendary friendship? Insiders say tension over filming contracts, brand deals, and family boundaries strained what was once unbreakable. Yet even as Christine rebuilt her joy, another Brown woman was quietly redefining hers, Meri. While Christine's laughter echoed in Utah, Meri's silence filled the canyons of Parowan. Her bed and breakfast, Lizzie's Heritage Inn, became her sanctuary, away from Kody, away from cameras. By 2025, Meri told the world, "Our relationship is friendly and kind. There's no bitterness. We wish each other well." Meri Brown. For a woman once humiliated on screen, the word kind was more than civility, it was closure. But forgiveness always hides a price, and fans were quick to question what Meri was really letting go of. She's too classy to clap back. Meri's glow-up is the revenge. Maybe peace is the best payback. Kindness became her rebellion. Then came the twist no one saw coming. The Brown sisterhood didn't just dissolve, it evolved. As Christine and Janelle drifted apart, and Meri forged a polite distance with Kody, fans realized the real breakup wasn't between man and wife, it was between the women themselves. We all had to find our own peace, but peace looks different for everyone. Christine Brown. In private, the women maintain rare contact, mostly through family events. No shouting, no bitterness, just space. But when Christine posted her anniversary photo without a single comment from Janelle or Meri, the fandom exploded. The silence is louder than words. Maybe peace means walking alone. And that's when the narrative flipped. Sister Wives wasn't about plural love anymore. It was about individual survival. Christine found new love with David Woolley. Janelle discovered independence and self-respect. For years, the world watched these women through a lens of drama, but in truth, their story became a mirror. A mirror for every woman who's ever outgrown the life she built. They began as sister wives. They ended as sister survivors. While Christine was rediscovering her laughter in Utah, Meri was learning the language of silence in Parawan. And Janelle, hundreds of miles away, was standing her ground in Flagstaff. 3 women once bound by the same promise, now orbiting separate worlds. One built freedom, one built peace, one built resilience. How time can stretch, a single year can feel like a lifetime when your heart is rebuilding itself. But behind every moving on post and every calm smile, who still misses what they left behind? Longtime Sister Wives fans remember those golden-hued early seasons, laughter echoing through the Lehigh kitchen, kids running barefoot in the yard. But there were moments even then, tiny fractures hidden in plain sight. The 2011 family picnic. Christine's tight smile, Marie's silent stare, Janelle looking away. We thought it was harmless tension, but it was the first ripple of the storm to come. Looking back now, it wasn't just a family reality show. It was a slow-motion story of women learning where love ends and where self-respect begins. Maybe the signs were always there, we just didn't want to believe them. Christine toasts her new beginning with David Woolley, while Meri quietly toasts herself at Lizzie's Heritage Inn. Janelle, meanwhile, scrolls through old photos, the laughter, the babies, the van rides through Arizona. They're all smiling, but none of them together. This isn't just the story of a family breaking apart. It's the story of women choosing wholeness over history. And for the first time in years, not one of them looks back. Since the cameras stopped rolling, their lives have taken separate shapes. Christine hosts cooking nights from her new home in Utah, joy spilling from every laugh. Janelle speaks at women's conferences about independence and faith. Meri opens her inn's doors to travelers, sharing stories of strength and forgiveness. They began as sister wives, but maybe the true story was never about Kody at all. It was about women learning how to be whole without needing to be chosen. If their journeys moved you, share this story with someone finding her own freedom today. In comment sections across Facebook and Reddit, fans debated endlessly, was Christine's happiness contagious or controversial? Was Meri's forgiveness weakness or power? Christine is glowing, that's what peace looks like. Meri finally found her worth. Janelle's the quiet storm, don't underestimate her. It wasn't gossip anymore. It became a movement. Women seeing themselves in the Browns' fractures, realizing that endings aren't failures, they're awakenings. Which of the Brown women's journeys speaks most to you, Christine's courage, Janelle's strength, or Meri's peace? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for weekly deep dives into the real lives behind reality TV. Next video, Robin Brown, the isolation era, what she won and what she lost. Because every ending in the Brown family is just another beginning waiting to unfold.